Et on est live.
Salut, bon, Fell. Comment ça va?
Ça va super. Ça va super. Un petit peu hangover aujourd'hui. C'était la fête de mon boy hier. Puis c'est ma fête samedi. Fait que on en a profité. On est allé à notre restaurant préféré. On est allé au Akinta hier soir. Puis
Tu mangeais un bon poulet pour moi?
non, on a mangé un bon rib steak saignant.
Un rib steak.
Qui se défait à la fourchette.
Avec un œuf dessus.
Ah, ouais, bro, moi, je prends pas avec l'œuf parce que je trouve ça trop, mais hier, j'avoue, j'aurais dû le prendre. Tu viens de me faire penser, je pense que je vais retourner au Akinta, reprendre un rib steak avec l'œuf. Quand tu vas au Akinta et que tu manges un rib steak avec l'œuf, il faut pas que tu ailles manger quelque chose durant la journée. Il faut que tu gardes tout ton appétit pour la soirée. Toi, George, je sais que toi, tu peux manger tes 3 repas puis après ça, aller direct au Akinta à 10h puis faire ça, là, mais moi, je suis pas comme toi. Je suis pas capable de prendre tout ce intake-là. Mais sinon, à côté de moi, il y avait du monde qui avait pris la poutine portugaise, bro. La poutine portugaise.
Ah, c'est bon.
Je suis en train de manger mon rib steak. Je me retourne, je vois les 2 poutines portugaises arriver. J'étais comme, wow, man.
Avoue que t'as dit, ah yo, j'ai foiré. J'aurais dû prendre une poutine portugaise.
La poutine portugaise.
Tu donnes Rick un petit clin d'œil en arrière. Quand il est dans la cuisine, il dit, hey Rick, j'ai commandé un poulet portugais. Un poulet portugais. Une poutine portugaise. Une poutine portugaise. Tu donnes un petit clin d'œil et dit OK, parfait. Il va te hook up avec une belle portion de poulet, chorizo, smoked meat. Bro, c'est rempli comme la montagne Lausanne.
Insane. Le monde y pense. Puis le monde y pense que on fait ça parce que hey, Rick, là. C'est le restaurant familial où est-ce que moi et Jordan, on va depuis qu'on est jeune. Je pense que ça fait plus que 12 ans que je vais manger au Akinta le soir quand je finis de travailler sur Ontario. On va manger là. C'est une affaire de famille.
C'est un vibe. Honnêtement, c'est une vibe. Quand on va là, first of all, we're treated like family. Mm-hmm. We go there, we have laughs all night, we eat good food, we drink. And it's always a good time. It's always a good time at Akinta every single time we go. Especially when Rick is there. The food is
Ils m'ont fêté ma fête, bro. Ils ont fêté ma fête. Rick, il m'a fait parce que, obviously, il n'allait pas passer à côté de ça. Tu comprends? Fait que c'était la fête de Stéphane avec qui j'étais. Puis c'était ma fête samedi. Fait qu'il en a profité. Il a fermé les lumières, il a dim les lights, puis il a chanté ma fête avec un petit gâteau. Happy birthday. Tout le monde chantait, tout. L'ambiance. C'était trop malade, honnêtement. Merci, Rick. Merci pour la soirée d'hier. Il fallait que je le dise. Je ne peux pas laisser ça parce qu'on a trop eu un crazy night, amazing night, man. C'était vraiment cool.
If I was in Montreal, I would have definitely been there, 100%.
100%. Fait que je vous suggère, si c'est votre anniversaire, allez passer un peu de temps chez Akinta. Vous ne serez pas déçus.
Puis en plus, c'est pas juste excellent. Le prix...
Ouais,
le prix que tu payes.
Ça, faut pas que tu le dises trop fort, George, parce qu'il va l'entendre puis il va le changer, bro.
Il va l'augmenter.
Dis-le pas. Même si tu veux savoir, j'étais.
C'est comme le
commercial. Je peux pas dire la facture. Ça a tellement un bon prix. Honnêtement, ils sont tellement généreux, bro. Je peux même pas dire la facture. Combien ça m'a coûté hier. Pour tout ce qu'on a eu, pour l'ambiance, tout ça, ça valait 2 fois ça. Facile.
Minimum. Encore plus que ça. C'est malade. C'est malade. Ouais. C'est l'ambiance, la qualité, puis the quality of the food and the price, everything is just the best spot to. It's honestly one of my favorite restaurants in Montreal for all those reasons. For ambiance, for food, for price, for everything.
Ils ont tout.
Akinta takes it.
La porte de garage, ils ont la porte pour ouvrir. Yeah. On était bien, bro. On était dans parfaite température. On était super bien.
Yeah, it's nice.
Il m'a sorti, à la fin de la soirée, Rick, il nous a sorti un petit rhum portugais, importation privée, 12 ans vieilli. Bro, c'est incroyable.
I hope you didn't drive home, though. I hope you took a nice little Uber.
Ben oui, c'est clair.
C'est clair, Alino, clair.
100%, mon chum.
All right. So what's on the menu for today, Phil?
Écoute, Thursday Talk, c'est une occasion pour nous autres d'arriver ici, je veux pas dire non préparé, parce qu'on a plein de choses en tête de la semaine qu'on a le goût de discuter, mais en vrai, il n'y a pas de plan précis. On parle, il y a des sujets de discussion peut-être qui intéressent, qui nous viennent en tête, qui intéressent les gens. C'est là où on va en parler. Moi, j'ai tendance à dire en vrai que hier, la discussion qu'on a eue sur se créer set des targets, it rang a lot of bells. Comme moi, ça m'a amené aussi à faire beaucoup de réflexions par rapport à mes survival targets, si on pourrait dire. Il y a plein de choses que j'ai visitées par rapport à ça, puis que je me suis dit, even me, I'm out there like just saying, ouais, je should set targets. Mais même moi, j'ai repensé à toutes mes targets hier. Je me disais, wow, il y a plein de choses que je peux améliorer pour aller encore plus loin.
Mais avoue que c'est pour ça qu'on fait ça. Avoue le fait qu'on fait ça, moi puis toi, ça nous rend mieux dans notre, dans notre, like on our daily productivity.
It's
needs,
a force.
If you call it
It's
that.
a force
We're
pain,
always
right?
like it's like it stays in you after our live sessions. Admit.
Je parlais
Like
de
I
ça
take a
hier,
bunch.
ouais.
Je prends beaucoup de ce que tu me dis, puis j'espère que je te contribue aussi dans ta vie, dans ton in your
Bro,
professional.
it's funny that you say that because yesterday I was at the restaurant with Steph, and he was talking. He was explaining stories, and I realized that as I was listening that my listening became more active, and I was just being self-conscious of that yesterday. I was just because we had those conversations about you and me talking on the live stream and like trying to improve, and me trying to like be more self-conscious of like not cutting you off. C'est un de mes défauts, tu comprends? C'est une des choses que, même dans la vie de tous les jours, I have so many ideas popping that I cut people off. It's one of my...
Yeah, but look how you how you realized it and you started getting a bit better, Like obviously you can't just expect somebody to just switch like no, okay, this is my problem, boom, switch. It doesn't always work like that, right? You got to realize it and it takes time to change. When you change a habit, how long does it take to change a habit?
Really interesting. It's interesting that you say that because
I think it takes 21 days to change a habit. So if your habit is to always cut somebody off, it's going to take a couple of times to do it voluntarily, to do it with discipline. And then after that, once you get over that hump, then it becomes natural. It's like me, for example, I quit smoking. It's about 120 days. I think I checked the calendar yesterday. 120 days. The first 3 weeks were the hardest. The first 3 weeks, I would like wake up in the morning, have a coffee, go for my cigarette, and then after a bunch of willpower, after a lot of times with willpower, you just end up getting over it, and you just like it becomes the new norm. It becomes the new norm in your life.
But don't you think also there's like you said willpower, but don't you think also in like behind it, you need to have like some kind of like for me, cutting people off. It's so tempting. Like for me, I have like I said, it maybe like I could give so many excuses. I could say it's my ADHD, bro. Like I'm just ADHD. I'm just cutting people off. And I'm an adult, right? Like I'm 34 years old now. People will not tell me right away, hey Félix, comme sérieusement là. But don't get me wrong, my wife will tell me. Là, tu me coupes la parole, papa, you do that all the time. Like we're gonna have these discussions, but will I have really some willpower to change that if I don't place myself in a spot where it's like it has to change? You understand what I mean? Like I didn't have a real reason to change it. Okay, it's.
I understand what you're saying totally, but
now it becomes
you do
important
have a reason though. Like you get to realize that when you're talking to people, whether it's customers or whether it's friends, family, you have to understand that people love to talk. It makes people feel good. People love people who let them talk.
Let them talk.
Right. People love people who let them talk. So like I read this book, like it was a Dale Carnegie or something like that. And it's I can't remember the title, but it says that one of the most important thing when you're communicating with somebody is to let them talk about themselves, because they're the main character in their story, and they will love you for letting them talk about themselves. C'est interesting.
C'est vrai. Quand tu y penses, c'est vrai. Puis je le réalisais hier soir, j'étais en train de discuter. Puis je remarquais que j'avais développé ce muscle-là de laisser l'autre parler plus longtemps without having to like push my ideas through in the middle. I was just like, okay, just sit down, relax, have your beer, just listen to the story. Like he had like at one point he was explaining his because he went to I don't want to explain everything he told me. It's a bit personal, but like he told me like he went to a trip and explained the trip, showed me pictures, and I actually like at some point, like I like when normally I like when conversations are moving, and like I'm also a bit of a geek, bro. I always have to talk like some technical stuff about work and all that. Tout le temps, man. Je suis toujours en train de parler des affaires qu'on fait puis tout ça. Puis at some point, even for me, it's like I was happy to just enjoy the conversation, just sit down, sit back, have my beer, and just listen to a story. Like listen to someone who has like a long story to tell me, and just it was just relaxing, like soothing at some point. And that's something that it's a guy like me have a hard time, appreciating stuff like that.
And like you try to actually listen to what the person's saying instead of waiting, and what the next thing you want to talk about it is, and you can't wait to talk about it, so you cut the other person off instead of just waiting, letting them finish, and not just let them finish to let them finish. Actually listen to what they're saying, and not just like, I can't wait till this person finishes talking, like that I can give my point. Because like you have to hold it in until they're done talking, but at the same time have to listen and actively listen, And me too, I had this problem. You even told me, you're like, man, I could see that when I'm talking, you're always doing a bunch of other things on the side. I see, plus with my glasses, you can see with my glasses that I'm doing other things. And I'm like, oh shit, So me too, like I'm like, okay, shit, I got to get better with that. I got to change that. And I feel like I'm I don't know, maybe you tell me if I got a bit better with actively listening and instead of just like,
I wouldn't say a bit. I would say like a lot. I would say we both like changed a bunch of.
No, it's like 2 weeks we're doing this. How crazy?
More than that. It's been 3 weeks.
Been 3 weeks. Wow.
It's episode 14 today.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Actually, yeah.
Interesting.
It's interesting because it just became like some sort of like routine, and we're not even thinking about it. We're just connecting every lunchtime and having like discussions in front of camera. It's just becoming like something that's easier for me. And you know what? I was thinking like something that felt so far away, like going like I wouldn't say podcasting, but just like being in front of a camera, having a mic in front of you I would have if I would have like been parachuted in some sort of like opportunity. Oh wait, quelqu'un t'invite sur un podcast or whatever. And I have not done this before. The stress level would have been times 100. Now I just feel like it's
natural. It's like natural. It's like, who cares? It's like, what the hell?
Who cares now? Who cares what people think? Who cares? Like, it's just like it's something that I think business owners and professional, like if you're living a professional lifestyle. I've seen HR professional on LinkedIn doing not necessarily podcasting, but like les capsules. I've seen that very popular HR professional in Montreal. She's I could name her, bro. She's not my French. I don't know her personally, but I've seen her stuff. Rim Slawi on LinkedIn. I'm following her. It's pretty interesting, the stuff she has to say about HR. And she started doing like this very professional setup with the studio, like the parapluies. Puis she's doing capsules, English and French, and she's posting them on LinkedIn. I think content, like creating content and creating like a platform where you talk about stuff and like expressing yourself. I think it's just going to become something that will be a major door opener in the.
So she talks like HR stuff, HR policies, HR stuff like that.
Bunch of stuff, yeah.
See, that's the beauty of these podcasting is that people have like a specialty, or people studied something and they went to school and they practiced it every day, and they're able to share it. Like it's cool. All you need is a camera and a microphone, and you can share your experience and share your knowledge.
Comme on a fait.
It's cool.
Comme on a fait. On avait un setup. On était déjà un petit peu équipé. We bought a mic. I bought this ring light and little stand, and it cost me like $100. And we're up and running.
I'm still trying to fix up my, because I'm always moving around from room to room trying to find the perfect setting. I think now this room that I'm in, the lighting is the best so far.
It's a good.
But I gotta get a nice background. My sister came in. She's like, "No, you can't podcast with that. No, that's old wooden thing. No. You can't have that." I'm like, I know. I just started. Give me a break. I just fucking started. But no, she is right though. I should probably have a nice background. You know. Should have a nice background. And
what did she say about my background? Is my background?
So she didn't see yours yet. She just came in. She came in the room before. She's like, "Oh, this is where you podcast." I'm like, "Not really. This is my like today podcasting. I still don't have a fixed location yet. Now my parents are visiting, so my parents are I gave my parents my room, and I took the other room. So I'm podcasting from the other room.
But that's like I would say that's what's fun about starting something. You know, it's like kids. It's like having kids at the beginning. We're complaining like, ils font trop de désordre. They're doing too much stuff like in these rooms, that room. You're going to miss that at some point. You're going to miss these days of like struggling and trying to find the perfect spot, trying to find the perfect light, it's actually fun. It's the fun of it. If you don't appreciate the process of like building something, like you're not going to have fun at all. Even if it's like becoming big and it gives you like,
I admit most people would like not be doing it because of all those like question marks, like question mark of
that's the whole
lighting,
point.
Question mark of this, question mark of that, and it's like, fuck it, let's just start.
Try it
out.
Open it. You won't be able to answer all these questions.
And look, once you start, after you start adjusting course. Once you start. It's just getting those wheels in motion. Once the wheels are in motion, it's like, now, okay, I need to find the lighting. I need to get a better background. I need to get a better camera, a better this, a better that. And then all these little changes, 1%, 1% changes over time. Boom. We have a professional setup.
People who are watching us have actually the perfect example because they could just go back to the first episodes. Like we're 3 weeks in now, 5 days a week. We're episode 14, but I started counting when it was official and we had that little background. So we had already 3 or 4 days in before that. So it's actually been like 20, almost not 20, but almost 15. More than that, 15.
It's crazy
16.
how we do 30 minutes every day.
Every single day. Yeah.
It's a lot if you think about it.
It's a lot, but it's nothing.
It's a lot in the words of Gary Vee. It's a lot of content.
But it's good because what could you fit in a 30-minute time span? What are you doing in 30 minutes in a day? Is there like, if you think about it, it's a lot because we're doing it every day and it's also preparation. Well, once you get
it's commitment though. Think about it. It takes a bit of commitment, right? Some days you don't feel like doing it. Some days you're a bit busier than others, but you have to keep doing it no matter what.
Don't you feel like it's like starting up when you're running? You're going for a run. You really don't feel like it. But once you get going, it's just like you feel like that energy going.
Yeah,
sometimes
like when you go to the gym, same thing. It's like
right.
Okay, so what we were saying yesterday, like whatever is like not fun in the beginning, whatever doesn't give you instant gratification is often good in the long term. And whatever gives you instant gratification is often bad in the long term. Like eating junk food. It's nice now, but it sucks tomorrow. Or eating spicy food. It's nice now, but it's not nice tomorrow when you're on the bull. So it's like, I see it like that. But you know what? But I enjoy it though. So like these lives, I actually enjoy them. I enjoy talking to you. I enjoy our conversations. And at the same time, we're doing, I guess, good stuff. You know, I feel like we're doing good, positive stuff. So I'm happy. I'm excited to see where this goes.
Yeah.
To see where we imagine where we're going to be a few months from now. I can't wait to see where we're going to be in a few months from now. It's exciting. It's cool.
We'll see. Just on the personal like side of like improvement and like learning, and it's been like a fun. It's a fun experience. It's just
Next month I'm going to be doing this from Germany. You know, like I'm going to have a different background next month.
So next week it's Spain. Next week,
exactly.
Next week is Spain.
Next week it's Spain, and then the week after I'm in Germany.
And by the way, Steph bought a house in Tunisia, next to the beach.
Steph? I don't know.
Stefan.
Steph.
Stefan.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he just bought a house in Tunisia.
Good for him. Congrats.
That's the next trip. That's the next destination, bro. If he's renting it long term and short term. So short term in the summer, and just like you, short term in the summer. And as soon as the season is over, he wants to rent it long term for the winter.
Yeah, there's a pool. There's somebody that's gonna watch it for him while he's in Canada, or
yeah, they already he has a gardener and a pool like a pool guy that takes care of the pool.
Okay,
but it's very interesting. He was telling me yesterday, and Tunisia seems like a very nice. Why? Exactly.
Good for him.
Yeah.
But why Tunisia? Out of all places,
because his girlfriend is Tunisian.
Ah, okay, cool.
Yeah, so Tunisia seems like a nice spot to buy. He bought it's a villa for 420,000 euros.
Cool.
It's a villa with a pool. It's almost brand. I think it's brand new, and he furnished it for like 28,000.
400,000 Canadiens, 400K.
400,000 euros.
400K euros for a villa.
Yeah.
Avec une piscine, tout.
Ouais.
Wow.
Ouais, avec une clôture. Everything is set up. The grass, everything is there. Quand même cool. I'll show you the pictures. I'll send you the pictures.
Yeah, show me next time. 100%.
It's sick stuff.
Yeah, and I'll actually also be in Morocco next the week after. That's the funny part. So I'm gonna be live from Spain, Morocco, and Germany.
Bro, I can't wait. Bro, I can't wait to be in the desert, bro. Il faut que tu nous fasses un petit live dans le désert.
C'est-à-dire, j'étais avec mes parents sont ici, puis mon père, il veut faire un tour avec le... how do you say camel in French?
Les chameaux.
Ouais, le chameau. Il veut faire un tour avec le chameau. Moi, la dernière fois que j'y allais avec ma copine, on a fait du ATV dans le désert. C'était le fun, man. Oh my God, what an experience, bro. It was a whole thing. C'est pas cher, man. We went in July, bro. We paid like 35 euros per person. It was a full day thing. It was a full day thing with dinner. A show, dinner, ATV, motorcycle ride, everything.
Incroyable.
The whole shebang. We paid 70 euros for 2 people. What?
They
pick you up at the airport. They pick you up at the airport. They bring you to the desert. They bring you to the ATV. You guys go for your little ride. It's like 1 hour, 2 hour ride. You go back. They feed you. You get drinks. They give you a show, and then they bring you back home. Crazy.
I think for that price, I don't even have a full ride.
You don't even have un sac de chips avec ça.
Non. Honnêtement, bro, sac de chips, c'est rendu le prix d'un pass de boss. Pour acheter un sac de chips dans un couche-tard maintenant à Montréal.
Ah, oublie ça. C'est comme 10$ là, pour un Lay's.
C'est gênant.
Pour un Ruffel.
C'est vraiment gênant. Non, c'est rendu quelque chose. C'est rendu difficile pour bien des gens maintenant. Là. Juste acheter des choses de base. Puis ça fait réfléchir. Quand on parle, toi et moi, George, ça me fait souvent réfléchir parce que tu as la proximité de plein de pays. Juste prendre un flight puis aller d'un pays à l'autre en Europe, ça fait en sorte qu'il y a beaucoup de gens aussi qui... ça crée de la compétition entre les pays. Puis ça crée de la compétition aussi entre les entreprises qui n'ont pas le choix aussi de garder un certain niveau de compétition au niveau des prix. Ici, on n'a pas ça. Il n'y a pas cette compétition-là. On est en compétition avec les States, mais qui va aux States pour faire le comparatif de prix? Là? Pas grand monde. Là. Il n'y a pas beaucoup de gens qui traversent puis qui se promènent entre les States puis qui vont faire des achats. Tandis qu'en Europe, la façon que tu m'en parles, c'est quelque chose de... Puis la façon que j'en parle aussi avec d'autres gens, c'est quelque chose de quand même fréquent. Ça force les entreprises à compétitionner plus fort. Là. Ça, c'est clair.
That's interesting, but look, there's certain countries in Europe that are way more expensive, right?
Like which one?
Si tu vas en Paris, par exemple, if you go to Paris, bro, you're gonna pay Montreal prices, probably higher.
Yeah, Stefan told me it was like $100, 100 euros for
if you go to Spain, there's certain spots in Spain There's certain cities that are cheap. And then you go to Barcelona, bro, you're like in New York over there.
Wow, okay.
Like the cost to rent an Airbnb, for example, in Barcelona, I was looking, bro, it's like 400 euros per night. It's like New York.
For a small apartment.
Just for like we checked for, I think it was 5 or 6 people, but still 400 euros a night. That's like $700 Canadian per night. Are you crazy?
Right.
For an apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then you leave the city, just you go a bit further, then you're finding the same, size apartment, same amount of people for like 100 euros a night. So like, yeah, there's competition for sure, but I don't think it works exactly like that. Like it also goes by.
But for food, let's say like for basics.
Morocco, for example, the how much does the average salary, like how much does the average person get paid? You have to look at that. Because they can't charge so crazy high prices. Like in Germany and France, the minimum salary is like in Canada. Their economy.
But do you think there's less transportation? Like here in Canada, there's so many miles to travel to get from one distributor to warehouse to another one. And, it's all about distributions.
That's an amazing point. And you know what? I was about to say that. So Morocco's in Africa, right? And Portugal's and Spain is in Europe, obviously. So the distance between Africa and Europe is like a couple of kilometers.
Mm-hmm.
It's not far, and there's no bridge. There exists other bridges in the world that have longer bridges than the distance of Morocco and Europe, but there's no bridge. So how do they get stuff from, how do they transport stuff? By boat or by plane is the only way. So maybe if they had a bridge, that would benefit the economies. But it's interesting that you say that it's all about logistics.
I guess it's also there's a question of immigration also. There's definitely a question of immigration. The reason why they're not creating that bridge, it's because
it doesn't benefit them. Because, like, look, if you think about it, Spain and Morocco would have to split the costs because it's running from Spain to Morocco. So obviously, if they didn't do it, it's because they don't feel like it's going to benefit them. Obviously not. Maybe it's I don't know. Maybe they're just able to get by with boats. I don't know. I feel like if they would have a bridge and they would have trucks that could pass back and forth, I don't know. I feel like they could transport way more stuff faster. But that's just me.
I don't know. I just feel like
there's probably a reason why they haven't built the bridge, though. It doesn't make sense. It's right next to each other. You're talking about like a couple of kilometers. I'm curious. I just want to check now.
Yeah, me too. You're poking my curiosity. Let me go check on chat.
How many kilometers from Spain to Morocco? Closest points. You have to do the closest point. The closest point between Morocco and Spain is the Strait of Gibraltar. At its narrowest, the distance between the two countries is about 13 kilometers or 8 miles. Bro, there are bridges that are way longer than 13 kilometers that exist in the world, right?
Ben oui.
What's the longest bridge? Bro, it's an interesting topic. Look, the longest bridge in China, there's a bridge of 102 miles. Bro. So 8 miles is nothing. So the longest bridge in the world is over 10 times the length. So they could definitely build a bridge between the two continents.
Okay, so
and it seems
here,
like something
I asked ChatGPT. Sorry to cut you.
Okay.
I asked ChatGPT and I said, why isn't there a bridge between Morocco and Spain? And ChatGPT answered, the idea of building a bridge between Morocco and Spain across the Strait of Gibraltar has been discussed for decades, but has not been realized due to several major challenges.
The boats that pass underneath. How are they gonna? Okay, because there's always boats passing underneath.
They say geological and structural challenges. 14 kilometers wide.
Because it's an earthquake hotspot.
at its narrowest point, but it is also deep with the seabed reaching depths of up to 900 meters. This makes traditional bridge construction techniques difficult and costly, as building foundations at such depths will be extremely challenging. There's seismic activity. Yeah, the strait experiences strong tidal currents and is located in a seismically active zone.
That's true. It's on because they sit on the tectonic plates.
Yeah,
like if you look at where the tectonic plates are, it passes right in between Spain and Morocco. So one earthquake, bro, that bridge is gone.
So point 4 is political and logistical considerations. While both Spain and Morocco have shown interest in connecting the two continents, political factors, including international relations, economic priorities, and migration concerns complicate the realization of such a project. That's sûr. What? Underwater tunnels similar to the Channel Tunnel between the UK and France, but these face similar geological
political concerns because they don't have the best relationship.
Not necessarily, but these relationships could change also with different political structures.
If something is benefiting you, if it's something like let's say you and I hate each other, or we don't like each other. If I come up to you with an economic opportunity that could benefit you and your family, I think you're gonna listen, right?
Yeah, but I guess now it's more like
unless the president of Morocco or the prime minister of Morocco slept with the president of Spain's wife.
Now you're going deeper than
I'm going too deep.
Gibraltar. You're deeper than the.
Yeah, but I think that's the only thing that makes the relationship like, oh, I don't care how much money I make, bro. You slept with my wife. I'm not doing business with you.
It's time to go back to work, folks.
Yeah, it's time
to go back.
All right, guys. Ciao, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
On se voit demain.
I'll see you tomorrow from Spain, actually.
Ah ouais, tu vas être déjà en Espagne demain.
Tomorrow I'm in Spain. Yeah, we're leaving tomorrow morning. So
I'm
gonna join here as a guest, a Lino guest.
Super big. Okay,
all
right. Demain, man.
All right, my friends. Sounds good.
Yes, sir.
Ciao.
Ciao.